Hey man, welcome to another episode of Thanalysis show. This is rapidly moving. We're moving. We're creating content. We're creating shows, interviews after interview. I like this. I'm enjoying this, and I think it's getting bigger and bigger. And thanks to you guys again. Thank you guys so much. Like you guys have been amazing in every platform, from listening, from the audio side of it to YouTube. Like you guys are amazing, and socials. Like, and thank you guys. And I like it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What you got for me today, Tony?
Want to start off with a question. You get to swap lives with one celebrity for one day. Who is that person going to be, and what are you going to do that day?
Who's this? The first person who comes in mind is The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson, and just to see I'm a big work ethic guy, right? I'm a big basketball, this business, come in, shoot a podcast or show, then go run back on the plane, go on the road, like all these things. So I would love to see his work ethic. First of all, I think he's like the way him lifting, keeping up with his nutrition and diet, and his body. Then shooting movies, then creating all this content, and just being an ambassador to so many companies and having all these businesses. So that would be interesting to see him. Yeah.
Would you rather have a pet tiger or a pet penguin?
Would I rather have a pet tiger or a pet penguin? I think a pet tiger. It is more maintenance though. Like it's more like work to upkeep and stuff like that. But I think a pet tiger is way cooler. I think, and feed all the cats. By the way, don't put me out there. Feed all the cats, and I'm not the. What was the show? It was called Tiger King. Was that the show? But I'll definitely, if I could, there's one of the, I think, pet tiger would be one of them.
So on game day,
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell was on, and he has a game day routine up to the second, what he's doing up to tip-off. What is the Thanasis game day routine?
No, there's nothing like much crazy. I mean, I think wake up in the morning, just walk around a little bit, 10, 15 minutes. Then head to practice, shoot around a little bit, go through the plays, go through the matchups, see what we're playing, game plan. Then after that, do my routine from shooting spots, dribble, whatever that might be the case, whatever I'm working on. Then hit the weight room after shoot around. Then hit the table, treatment table, stretch, get my body right. Go home, or get in I call it chamber, but get in my chamber, just stay for 2-3 hours, and get ready. Get in my Dragon Ball Z chamber and get ready for the 2-3 hours and get out. That's it. I mean, and then there is another game routine, but I'm not gonna put that on. I'm not gonna talk about that on the pod.
And then the last one in today's four quarters, in the documentary that Improbable Media put out with Amazon recently, Giannis, The Marvelous Journey.
Yeah.
There's the story of the flight that you and Giannis take to the U.S., into New York, for the draft in 2013.
Yeah.
Everyone has talked about that flight except you. I want to know what you remember from that flight to New York for your brother's draft.
There's a reason I haven't talked about. Not specific reason, but it's a reason that because I was it was a lot of tension in the documentary, and nobody tells you about this, but you don't feel very comfortable when people just come in and say hey, tell me about this, talk to me about that. So I was kind of a little bit more reserved when it came to about the experience in the day. I think it was everything. I was happy, I was excited, I was scared. Jumping on the plane, going to somewhere. Mind you, this is the first time I ever leave the continent. Going and say, okay, I'm going to overseas, basically how we say overseas, going to the States. But it was an amazing day. It's one of those. It was a week that changed our lives, but then I remember everything was new. Just business class, this, that. I didn't even know. I thought every plane was like that. To be honest with you, I thought every plane it was my first time. It was one of my first times flying. I didn't know that this was different, and mind you, the first class, because in overseas you don't have this alcohol limit or anything like that. So they would be like, "Oh, you want champagne? You want this?" And the first time we was like, "No, we're kids, we don't we don't want to drink and stuff like that." But it was something that I remember, and not that I remember like every kind of moment of it, but even the feeling, sitting in the seats, sitting next to each other, like we couldn't sleep. It was just like, usually now when I get on flights, especially overseas flights, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not gonna stay up. I'm out. This 9 hours flight. So, but I remember that flight. We just stayed up and just looking at everything. And oh my God, look how many movies they have. It was clicking, and it was fun, man.
And then we have a very special guest. All our guests are special.
Oh my God, all our guests are
special.
special.
But if you're a fan of Wisconsin sports and
First
football,
of all, if you're a fan of Wisconsin sports, Green Bay, stand up. Hey, it's your one and only, your boy, Jordan Love. Hope you guys enjoy the interview. Hey, welcome to another episode of Thanalysis. You guys have been amazing. For people who are listening, man, the audio is crushing it out. We just reached 100,000 downloads. You guys are amazing. It's crazy. YouTube. I see the comments. I see everything. I try to be you guys the creme de la creme of guests and the most special people in the world. But you know what? Today is somebody really, really, really special. And we got to give him the basketball intro, our intro. I'm laughing because this is one of those guys who I consider, who I really believe are going to be the pillars for Wisconsin sports and for the community and what they're going to do for Milwaukee, and not just Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the whole state. So I'm hype. I'm hype about this. From Bakersfield, California, wearing number 10, the now quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love.
Come on. I like it. Great intro.
You like that?
That was good.
Man, first of all, I appreciate you for doing this. I appreciate Jordan Love for showing some love to the pod, to the show. Mm-hmm. Man, how do you feel now? Like, okay, you're in this thing. I said this about the pillar of the community, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later. And you're only 25, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me so much of my brother, and the same situation of okay, make a couple of decisions, and I'm being put in this position to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about this? How do you?
No, it's awesome. It's it's definitely a blessing just to be here, to be in the NFL. Obviously, like you, to make it to the highest level in your sport, it's awesome and it's a blessing. So, just that alone is awesome. Then obviously, you add, being a Green Bay Packer and being in Wisconsin and all the cool things that come with the tradition and legacy over there. And it's special. So, like I said, it's a blessing. I'm very grateful for it. But we live in a dream right now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're definitely living a dream, and you're making people believe as well in that dream. Do you? Is it what's been the toughest part? I mean, obviously, you get thrown in this position and you are rolling, bro. That's what we just seeing you and mind you, I've only watched 5-6 games in my whole life football because I'm not from here and football is not our first sport come from overseas. But man, seeing your stats, seeing you rolling and not shying from the opportunity, and you guys was kind of in the similar situation. With us this year, trying to figure it out at some point, right? And if I'm not mistaken, during the season, you guys was kind of when it comes to wins, it was 2-5,
mm-hmm.
and then you just got on the roll.
Turn it around.
Yes.
Man, there was a lot that went into that. Obviously, every season is different. You have adversity throughout every season. So, at that point, like you said, 2-5 throughout the start, it was tough. But we were such a young team. In so many areas on our team, so we knew it was going to be a journey and a process. And all those games we had were such close games. That was the crazy part. It was a couple score games that we could have won, a couple plays here and there. But it was a journey. We were able to turn around. But yeah, man, it's like I said. What was the first part you asked me?
No, the first part was how do you say, okay, this is how do I step in? And did you feel nervous?
Yeah.
Did you feel
Nah, man, there's nerves. There's always nerves that come with it, but I feel like that the football is the easy part, man. That's what we do. That's what we're trained to do, and I've been doing that my whole life. But obviously the part that comes with it, being a first-round draft pick, sitting on the bench for 3 years, being behind Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest, do it. And then obviously, stepping in and having my opportunity. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of nerves that come with it. But, man, the way I looked at it was I'm grateful. Like I said before, I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I took every day and ran with it and tried to make the most of it. And, I tell myself all the time, like people say all the time, NFL not for long, man. So you have one shot to do it and one shot to make the most of it. So I just go out there and have fun with it and don't try and put any added pressure on myself, and just enjoy being in this moment. And like people say, treat every day, put my feet in it and just focus on right now, the present, being in the moment, and enjoying it.
Man, but that's actually a question. That's actually, my brother probably answered the same, like just be in the moment and enjoy the process. And then you said about Aaron Rodgers. I think, first of all, and this is just me, right? And I'm not into, like, I don't know you guys' relationship. I don't know personally Aaron Rodgers and anything like that. But it feels like the way you answered the question, you said, talked about him, that despite of, like, this comparison, and kind of like, you guys probably have a great relationship, right?
No, we do. We have a great relationship. Obviously, I was in the quarterback room with him, and when you're in that room together, you're there every day for multiple hours a day. So you build a relationship with everybody that's in that room, the quarterbacks and the quarterback coaches. So it's awesome, to have that bond. But no, we have a good relationship, and like you said, the comparisons that's always going to happen. The media is always going, compare everybody in the league, and want to compare all the situations, things like that. So I don't focus on that stuff. But me and Aaron definitely got a good relationship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What are the things as a quarterback? Like if you could talk to all these young quarterbacks now and people coming in, what is the top 3 things you feel like, okay, this is the things you gotta know or master?
There's so many things, man. There's so many things. I say at a young level, like, just focus on the fundamentals, man, of footwork.
Yes.
Because you see so many guys nowadays trying to master the cool throws that they see, like Aaron and Patrick Mahomes doing. It's like, man, you gotta focus on the basics first. Focus on that footwork, on your fundamentals of how you're throwing the ball. Make sure all that's good, and then you can start focusing on those cool plays and doing all those crazy things. But obviously, reading the defense, things like that, that you think is simple, but man, I learned from college to NFL. I learned so much more that you think in college you got it all figured out. And you get to the NFL and you're like, man, I learned so much more just about defense and schemes and little things that just take your game to the next level. And then I would say just, being a leader, being, a team guy and someone that, other people get along with, because, you're the quarterback, you kind of the voice of the team, and, you're one of the main leaders of the team. Kind of that gets thrown at you. You have no say-so about that. So just being one of the guys, man, just enjoying it, have fun. But I'll definitely say for the young quarterbacks, just the fundamentals, man. Just get back to those basics and, being able to read with your feet, doing different things like that, and let all the cool plays come later, and the sidearm throws and all the crazy stuff that you see some of those top guys doing. Let that stuff come later.
Yeah. Has there ever been any play that caught you by surprise? Like any play that's like, man, this is the NFL, like it's different, or like how did that even happen?
Man, there's so many plays that happen. I say, really just my first experience of it was, I say, rookie year. Getting there, going to training camp, and really just being able to see Aaron and Devontae, man. It was just the connection they had, but just seeing some of the plays they would make, I was like, man, this is cool. This is like, you see it on TV, you watch it in the games, and then you get there and you see it live, and you're like, man, okay, these dudes are really good. And then obviously you get in the game, and the crazy part is you see all the media and the way people talk about sports, and they make things look so easy, and the way they talk about certain players. And then when you're out there, man, I have so much respect for everybody that's in the league because of how good they are. And I'm sure you would know the same thing. But
100%.
Everybody that's here is.
They make it look so easy. Like, yo, why is this guy there? Not this guy. What? Mm-hmm. Bro, it's not that easy.
Bro, everybody's the best of the best. So you see it and you go against some of these guys, you're like, okay, man, it's cool to watch these guys. And I got a lot of respect for everybody because, just being there, you know how hard it is to make it to the highest level. So I always have a lot of respect. But it's very cool to see some of the best players, going out there and making plays and doing the crazy things that I grew up watching on TV.
Yes, yeah, my man. You know what's so crazy? Do you work out with your like wide receiver? Is that the position, right? That's the name, right?
Yeah, wide receivers.
Yeah. Do you work out with them at all? Like,
oh yeah. So once in NFL, like once the season's over, everybody kind of goes their own way and goes to wherever they stay in the off season and do their off season training. So throughout that time, usually after OTAs, I'll try and get most of the group of receivers, tight ends, running backs, try and get a good amount of those guys out to just throw. But throughout the off season, if guys are staying out here in California, because that's where I do most of my training, I'll hit them up and get out there and do some work together. Yeah. But no, it's cool. But that's the cool thing. Everybody kind of goes and does their own thing and goes their own ways and gets ready for the season in their own time. So it's cool. You
guys travel together, or you go like, okay, guys, I'm gonna be in LA, come through, let's throw here
in the off season?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, so I'll be out here and I'll hit guys. When we go back for OTAs, I'll come up with a date and be like, yo, if you guys want to get out there, this is when we're trying to get everybody out and set that up. Last year was my first year doing that, so it was kind of all over the place trying to figure that out. This year I'll have a better plan of what we're going to do, get some cool things going with the guys once we get out here.
And again, I don't want to interrupt, but is there any pressure on?
No, I think
you know what I mean. Like, okay, I gotta get there.
Like, I gotta do
this. I feel
this
the same way when we tell the other team, like, hey guys, we're doing training camp in Greece, or whatever. Like, is there any okay, I gotta host, I gotta.
It's always pressure that comes with it, but I think at the same time, it's a cool thing to do. Like I said, this opportunity isn't for long, so you gotta take advantage of this and enjoy spending that time with the guys when they come out in the off season and be able to do some cool things that you don't get to do in Green Bay. So
true. That is true. That's what we love. I think one of those things that we get the team, and it was like, okay, we practice from like Monday to Thursday, whatever, and then the weekend is off. It doesn't matter what I don't care how you guys feel. We're going to the islands, we're doing this, and we get there for 2 weeks, and they love it. They're like, okay, this is our thing. So okay, come to California, you do this. What is there something specifically? Like even in the game, everybody has their own pregame. What's your pregame?
Man, I'm not very superstitious, so I don't have I have a routine. I usually
what's your routine? I'm sorry. Yeah.
I usually come in, I listen to music, do that whole deal. I'll start stretching. I take about a good 30, 45 minutes just to stretch, roll out, do that whole deal, and then I usually like to hit the field, go throw. That's my biggest superstition. I have to throw. Some guys don't throw before the game, which is crazy to me.
What?
Yeah, so I got to get out there, throw for at least 15 minutes. Just get my arm loosened up. You're still lost about guys. Yeah. Some guys don't throw.
So what does that mean? Like go. So it's equivalent. I'm assuming it's equivalent. Some guys maybe shooting threes.
It's equivalent to going out there and shooting around before the game.
And don't shoot at all.
Yeah. So that's me. I got to go out there and throw.
Okay.
Come back in the locker room. Get my ankle tape, start getting ready, and then I kind of try and go back over the script, our call sheet, what we have for the game, just relock into those plays. But I like to sit there, listen to music, put a towel over my head, try and just meditate a little bit, a little bit of mental talk, just talk to myself and get myself ready for the moment, man.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate you saying that with us. It's always, we don't want you to give any secrets of the trade, any tricks of the trade, stuff like this to other guys. But now, okay, so I'm like 6'6", 230, something. What position do you think I would play?
You?
Yeah.
You say you 6'6", 230?
6'22". No. Championship weight is 230.
Man, see, right now looking at you probably be a receiver. Being 6'6", you're a very tall guy. 230. That's you be a big receiver. You be like a Megatron. Like a
really.
Calvin Johnson. Yeah. That'd be your type. But if you were playing football, they probably have you bulk up a little bit. You could go out there and play tight end or something. Tight end. If you could block. I don't know. Can you block?
I'm physical. Yeah, I'll definitely try to hit guys and get them out there. Yeah,
I put you a receiver, throw you a couple jump balls, man.
I'll try. You know what? I've never been in the Lambeau, and I have to, right? And the other thing I want to ask you is what is this Lambeau Leap?
I haven't done the Lambeau Leap, so I wouldn't know.
So
no, the Lambeau Leap. So look at it. So we obviously Lambeau, that's stadium, and then we have there's a wall. I don't even know how tall the wall is, but it's up there. Obviously that's where all the fans are. So when you score a touchdown, you go up there and you Lambeau Leap. You jump into the crowd, and the fans, they grab you, and they're going crazy. People taking pictures. So it's a cool moment. It's a very special moment. I haven't done it yet, so I wouldn't know. but the wall is pretty tall, so I don't know. I'm sure
you
jump for a living, so I'm sure you get up there.
Yeah. You probably might at some point. The way you playing and everything.
I'll get up there. But I've seen guys miss and not get up there. I'm not going to name any names who it is, but I've seen guys
jump and don't
jump and not make it up there. So the wall. That's what I'm just trying to say. The wall is pretty high. It's
Man,
pretty high.
So what's life on the road for for NFL guys? Like is it like us? Like we go on the road. I mean, we play a lot of games too. Like we go on the road and you get to maybe go for a coffee or do something, walk around, sightseeing, or
it's a little bit different, man. It's a little bit different than basketball. So we'll go on the road. We'll, a Sunday game, we'll fly out Saturday about 1:00, get there about 4 or 5. If we have a night game, we won't have night meetings that night. So you kind of have the night to yourself. You can go do dinner, do things like that, whatever you want to do. Most guys just go grab a bite to eat. If they got family, they'll visit with them. And then you obviously have curfew like 11 o'clock, wake up next day, have meetings. Oh, yeah, we got curfew. And then if we got a 12 o'clock game.
I'm sorry, I don't want to know, but we're grown men.
Yeah, man. Hey, you on a team trip, though.
No. I get
it's different. It's
the team trip. You know what
different.
I mean? Like,
basketball, NFL is different, man. It's different.
Okay.
I would say that because it's different because we have so many more players on the team that, it's probably harder to look after a full team and things like that. And then, like I said, we have a noon game or something like that. We'll have meetings. So we'll get there. You have a little bit of free time, go get some dinner, but you have meetings at, say, 8 o'clock at night.
8 o'clock at night?
Yeah, have about an hour of meetings. And then snack and go to bed. So, yeah.
Snack, go to bed.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's different than you guys. We don't have as much free time. And then right after the game, too, I don't know if you guys stay after the game. Right after the game, we leave. You get on the plane.
It just depends because you don't want to get a flight and let's say if it's a West Coast trip, you don't want to go and get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. You need to get your rest and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the question I would ask is I get that, but for us, either way, it's simple. Like, as a grown man, if you go out or you're doing all these extra activities on your own and you're not ready to perform, all right, next. It ain't no
100%. 100%.
It's not like
at the same
I gotta keep you.
Yeah. No, we are professional athletes. We all know, what we're there for, what we're getting ready to do. And, the end of the day, you got to go up and perform the next day. So I think guys all have that mindset, but I think it's more of just a curfew, like make sure everybody's back in the hotel at a certain time.
Okay.
Things like that. But, yeah, man, you miss curfew, you're gonna see a fine. You're going to see that fine.
It should be normal. Like, who wants to look back? Who wants to come back, late?
100%.
Like, even if you don't have a curfew, is that a good look?
It all come back to being a pro.
Yes.
Handling your business the right way. Understanding that you're there for a reason. You're there to play a game. And just taking care of business.
What about family? Do you can you bring your mom, dad, sister, brothers, or kids, or whatever on the road, or no? It's just you.
No, we fly as a team. We fly on a plane, we charter a plane, so it's pretty packed though. We have the whole team on there, the staff and everybody, but it's not like you can bring family or anybody on the plane with us.
I get that. That gets tricky.
Yeah, So we fly there as a team, and then obviously once people get there, you can get them into the hotel, and we'll have a family section, things like that. But rooms off limits. We got cameras in the room, or not in the rooms, but in the hallway, so you can't be bringing people up. We got security in the hallway, so it's. Man, it's
Is this a basketball team or is this AAU? This is college?
It's different, man. I tell you, it's basketball, football.
I love it. I'm learning. This is why I created the podcast. I'm just learning about the culture and what?
Yeah, man.
This show, it's interesting. It's amazing. You know what? And I respect it. I know you gotta leave and stuff like that. But because they've been asking all the fans always do. I always do this animal facts, and I want to see if you know any of them. And be honest, you don't have to know any of them. So and I'm gonna give you it's true or false. And you gotta be oh, that's true or that's false. Okay. A grizzly bear, a grizzly bear bite can crush it like a bowling ball.
A bowling ball?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say true, because I don't want no problems with a bear, man. No. But I believe they got some powerful strength over there. But it's true. See, there we go.
Like a bear's bite, grizzly bear bite can crush a bowling ball.
That's crazy.
So when I see comments online going "Oh my God, if I could fight that bear," bro, do you understand?
Nah.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna just run. No, you're not outrunning a bear.
Okay, so you got one. That's 1-0. True or false? Dolphins sleep with like one eye open.
I'm gonna say false. I don't think anybody sleep with an eye open.
It's actually true.
It's true.
It's true. They have so basically the thing was like they have evolved to have awareness, and they just like so they know what's going on around them
In case someone attacks them.
Yeah, and they sleep like this basically.
I couldn't do it. They're not getting good rest. I know that.
No, not getting good rest. I gotta sleep with like. I remember my mom one time when she walked in, she was like, why is it so dark here? But everything has to be dark and a little bit cold. Like I gotta literally not
dark,
move.
cold. I need blackout curtains, all that.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy that everybody has their own like sleeping kind of partners. But again, going back, I would love to finish the show with like, what is something that you feel like either a quote or something that gets you going every day that says like, hey, this is what gets me every day. This is how you get inspiration from. And I want to leave the audience, people who are listening, people who are watching, with something to feel like, hey, this is something he listens to that could get me going as well in anything they do, not only sports, in life. You know?
Man, I think just something I live by, man, is thinking back to when I was a kid, looking up to NFL players, NBA players, just people that have made it to professional sports, and always wanted to be there and dreaming of that moment. And one thing I do, man, I just wake up and literally tell myself that I'm grateful to be here in this position, and try and make the most of that. Because I think it's easy to get caught up in, you change and now people recognize you, and it's easy to get caught up in not trying to be bothered by some people and things like that. So I always got to remind myself that it's a blessing to be here. It's grateful, and at the same time, we now become that inspiration that kids are looking up to and striving to be and dreaming to be. So I always got to remind myself to just be humble, embrace the opportunity I have right now, and be grateful for it, and try and make the most of it every day, because it's hard. You got to choose to wake up and go get it and go train and do all the little things that's going to take you to that next level. But just to always be grateful for it, man.
Yes, sir. That's an amazing answer. You know what? I kind of had the feeling about you, me and Jan and the family, but interview you, I feel like more so of like this guy is a great kid, and he's really gonna do everything he can, maximize his opportunity that he's given, and for the city and Wisconsin, man. And the last question, because they're gonna ask, like, when are you coming to Greece?
When you taking me out there, man? Come on. After OTAs, what's up? We'll get out there.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for coming to the pod, guys. The podcast is going to end. I know it was a quick one. We could have went for 2 hours, but I have so much respect for Jordan. I want to, let him get out of here. But again, guys, subscribe, like, comment, let us know. Go follow him, spam his socials, Jordan Love, Instagram, everything. Follow him. He's having an amazing journey. Oh, my God. And again, let's finish with this boxing 6. We're going to playoff run.
Yes, sir.
Playoff
I'll be down there for the playoff games, man.
Exactly. Green Bay, stand up. We're on the playoff run. You got something special here. So, again, thank you guys. See you the next time. Ciao.